Here we go again with another Hump Day reading, and this is going to be for Wednesday. I'm not even sure right now. Wednesday the 20th. There we go. So, as usual, this is going to be a random stream of consciousness kind of tarot reading, and it'll be anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. And thank you guys for tuning in to Rogue Mystic Divination. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe on this video, and I do appreciate you guys for tuning in to all the dailies, all these longer form videos that I'm putting out. They're not getting a lot of attention, but they are getting some, so I do appreciate every bit of it. And here we go for Wednesday, August 20th. Not so much October energy today, so hopefully things are moving right along and everyone's able to be focused on the task at hand, I guess, because it has not been an issue today. The dailies for the 20th and the 21st are already out, so be on the lookout for those, and here we go. Card 1 is the Chariot in reverse, so a lot of Cancer energy, a lot of emotional energy that you could be fighting because you're focusing on self-discipline. Now remember, it's often that you're going to be holding back this emotion and then it's going to explode, because that's what Cancers are famous for, right? It's like everything is fine for the longest time, and then as a Cancer sun, you one day it just kind of all comes out at the same time, and we get labeled crybabies for it. And really, it's kind of like, how much are you going to back somebody into a corner and expect them to not react to what's going on? You know, like that we could keep it in for so long, but it could even make the corner home and comfortable and someplace where we want to be just because we're out of the way. But you know, it's there's a certain amount of control that we can have, anybody in this energy, and it's like, okay, it's fine if I can control how I react to this, it'll be fine. And then it backfires because all the energy builds up. Ensure that the energy isn't building up on you. Now, there is arrogance on this card, but I think it's because there's this arrogance to think that you can take this, you can put up with this, that it'll just kind of wash over and be over at some point, and that may be something that's not coming to fruition quickly enough for anyone. Do not be afraid to acknowledge that, and you may have to be the person who puts that change into action. That's not to say too many people are going to be happy about it, but... And we also have the Fool in reverse. Now earlier, I don't remember who it was for, but somebody got this for a daily, and you may be hesitating on a path that you've been on. It's a stable path that's like, okay, this is a trajectory that I'm supposed to be on. This is the direction I'm supposed to be going. This is the socially acceptable track that I am supposed to be on. But it's almost like you're getting dragged off of it. It's like, well, yeah, this is supposed to be working for you, but it's not. And, well, we're not the problem, and you need to do something about that. That's a kind of a ridiculous idea to have about something, but it's almost like you start off by going to school for a career, and you get the licensing, and you get started on the entry-level stuff, and then it's like, yeah, you're not cut out for this, but you haven't done anything wrong. They can't pick out anything that you've done wrong, but somehow another opportunity lays before you in relation to this career that you start off on, or on this path that you start off on. So this could have nothing to do with job, a career, and money. It could be anything. It could be a hobby that you invest a lot of time in, and I believe it was Libra that had that card for the 21st, where it's like you want to start a hobby and it sounds great, and so you go out and you go invest in all of this, like the pottery wheel, like the electric pottery wheel, and like the quote unquote good clay, the expensive clay, and all these tools and everything. And then you get all the setup, and you get the kiln, you get the glazes and everything, and it's like, this doesn't really work out the way that I thought it was going to. It's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of skill that you have to build over time, and maybe you don't have the foundations in. It's kind of like you threw money at an interest and it didn't give you the creative skill, the creativity or the skill to get you there, but you find out that you like putting things together more than you do building them from scratch. So that's that could be a tangent that this goes off on, or that you go off on. Maybe you like the advertising and design of things versus the hands-on, from the ground up construction too. So be creative and reach out beyond what's normally set before you. There could be a lot of avenues you could go down to explore. But that being said, bad choices will be made. Just to kind of emphasize that this is something that you want to work, and you're frustrated that it doesn't, and it kind of makes you more stubborn about making it work somehow. Makes you still want to persevere down this down a road, down some kind of creative path. Now with the Six of Swords, we've got a personal transition, but it could feel like it's sending you backwards. Like you have to keep going back to square one. Like you make progress and then you're back at square one. You get the certifications and stuff, but somehow you're still sent back to square one. It's like, it doesn't matter how much money or time you put into something, how much information you pack into your brain, it's never enough to get you where you want to be, and that could have you looking at some area of life that you haven't looked at before, like giving it an opportunity to make a change for you instead of kind of trying to force it. And again, that whole pottery wheel idea is coming back up, that whole craft from childhood that you may have had an interest in. You could be able to satisfy that craving for creating something, for following something through by going back to the most basic blocks of it. Like don't worry about getting the expensive clay or the fancy setup or the even the carving tools. Don't even worry about that. Get some Play-Doh. Make some Play-Doh. I think there was one where you made it out of flour and salt and I don't think it was water, but it may have been. And with this Emperor energy coming in, I know all these cards are in reverse, and it's driving me nuts too, because it doesn't matter how much I shuffle, how much I turn things around, like there's nothing that's really wanting to come up upright. But I'm probably going to be proven a liar here in a second. But with the Emperor in the upright, you could find that you're dealing with some domineering, controlling factor that could be like the voice of a parent inside your head that's like, well, this needs to be a success now. Screw that idea. I'm just going to tell you right now, screw that idea right now. Things take process, they take work, and this could be the same parent's voice in your head that's like, well, you have to put work into something in order to like build your skill and build your talent for it and build your ability, and you need to be patient with yourself and patient with the process, and you don't need to give up. But then they're the same person that's standing there like, well, why aren't you good at it yet? Or why aren't you sounding better? Why aren't you exceeding at this? And why are you wasting your time with it? Like, this is costing me time and money. And they may not even be around you anymore. It has nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with their finances, their time, their money, nothing. And it's still in your head, like, why is this not succeeding immediately? Do not let that voice hold you back. And you don't even have to have an answer for this. And I'm really drawn to say that if you still find a need to have to fulfill that answer, then just use their words right back at them. You know, it's like it takes time, it takes patience. That also means their patience to let time pass, to let you work at something and build it as time goes on. This isn't something for them to show off in front of other people. This isn't work that they're putting into something. They're allowing you time and space to put this work and time and energy into something if there is someone else involved in this. And they need to do that. They need to commit to that just as much as you need to commit to satisfying this desire to work on this. And with the Three of Cups, everything is blown out, so we're just going to move this down this way just a little bit. With the Three of Cups, you could find that you're finally celebrating. I really want to say this is a friendship within yourself, and because we have these three women here, I want to say that this is a celebration of the Maiden, Mother, and Crone, the three ages of life, regardless of your gender. And it's like the skilled person in you, the aged person in you that has focused on this, has experienced things, is respecting both the maiden and the mother in you. And the same goes for the mother, respecting those two other aspects of you, regardless of your age. You don't have to be old to be to have the characteristics of the crone. Yeah, so within the next few days, I'm going to say within the next 15 days. I know that there's 21 on there, but I want to say more within the next 15 days. You're going to finally feel a sense of accomplishment because you haven't lowered your expectation, but you made them reasonable for yourself. And by drawing kind of that boundary around yourself, around your expectations, around your limits, and the fact that you don't need to care about what anybody else has to say about this, about what you're doing, that's what's going to allow you to succeed. You don't need to have this verification, this support from an outside source. It's nice to have, but you don't need it. And kind of being a world in and of yourself will benefit you during this time. So thank you guys for tuning in. That was your Hump Day reading, and I will see you guys for your dailies and hopefully for the What the Hell series. So please remember that with that series, I am doing a 7-card spread featuring or answering 7 what the hell questions, and I think it's interesting. But if you guys like, please tune into that. And as always, remember to like and subscribe and check back for your dailies.